Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TKMaths is Fun. In today's video, we will see a concept of integration in which we will evaluate the integral of a partial fraction algebraic function. Now, what does this mean? It means you will integrate a function which will be in this form. This is algebraic fraction, right? This is called algebraic fraction. Now you have to integrate it. In this video, the understanding is that you know the basic integration. Otherwise, you can watch the videos in which the basic integration is taught. Now the first part of the question is saying express fx in this form. So here the hint is given to you that you have to change this algebraic fraction into this form. And this reminds us which concept? Concept of partial fraction, right? So first part is about this. And second part, when he says show that integral of f of x dx is equals to this. Now what is f of x? Here it is. So he's talking about this function. So second part of the question is asking to integrate this function. So let's do first part. By the way, in this video I have explained to you one example in detail. Then I have given two questions and they all are from past paper. Two questions for you to solve, but at the end I have given the solution also for those who will not be able to solve it on their own and need some help. Okay, so let's see the example in detail. So first part of the question is to convert into partial fraction. Now every time this is not given to you in the exam. So you have to identify which general form of the partial fraction you will write. So if you see here in this case, the denominator x multiplied by x square is x cube. And x cube is present in the numerator as well. So this type of algebraic fraction is called improper algebraic fraction. So this is the general form of improper algebraic fraction. Now to solve this, there are two methods. One is comparing the coefficient, another is substitution method. So for example, I like substitution method and I say, okay, let's start solving this by substitution method. Achha, by the way, I have solved here lines so that we can make this video a little faster. Otherwise, it will become very long. So what I did, I have taken the, can you see what I did here? I have taken the LCM. So LCM of x and x square plus 2 will be this multiplied by this. And do not expand it here, okay? Because on the left hand side of the identity sign, you have the same term here. So a will be multiplied by this denominator and this denominator. Why? Because a has denominator 1, that's why. So that's why I multiplied it by both. Then plus b, and it is only multiplying by x square plus 2 because x is already written in the denominator of it. Let me keep cleaning it also, otherwise it will look very untidy. Okay, just hold on. Okay, then come to the last term, which is what? Cx plus t here. And it will multiply only by x because x square plus 2 is already written underneath. So we don't need to worry about it. So this is how I have written this step. Now what will come next? It means denominator is same, so I can remove it. So in numerator, I can equate with each other. So you can say I have equated both the numerators. Now we will apply the method substitution or comparing the coefficient. The problem is here is you don't know which one will be the best. So let's suppose I start with substitution method. Achha, by the way, usually we take that number for substitution which can eliminate the term. Here it is little difficult. Why? Because I have x square and it will always make it the number positive. So now here it is little difficult. So what will you do? You can take any number which can be plugged in here because it is an identity. So suppose I am taking here x is equals to 0. So I plug in here, 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 everywhere. So this will become 0, 0, 0 multiplied by any number is 0. That's why instead of this whole term, I have written 0 here. In this case, b x square plus 2, it is b0 plus 2. then in this case, when you multiply by 0, the whole term will vanish. So that's why I've written here 0. After that, I'm simplifying. Simple. Minus 8 is equals to 2b. And b equals to minus 4. Now I have found b. How many unknowns were there? A, B, C, D. 4 unknowns. If there are 4 unknowns, you have to make 4 substitution. Right? So I have done only one substitution right now. Let's substitute another value. Suppose I put x equals to 1. In the same manner, wherever I add x in this, I am substituting 1 there in place of x. So I will get this equation and I will simplify it. After simplification, I got this equation. Now this equation has 3 unknown. So you can imagine what is happening. Right now I have only taken 2 substitution. So I have to take 2 more substitution. Then what will happen? I will have to solve so many simultaneous equations because they are unknown values. So now I realize this method is not the best one to solve this question. I hope you are also understanding. If I would tell you in the beginning that this method is not good to apply here, you might not understand. But now you are seeing here what is happening. We are getting equations which have 3 unknowns, 2 unknowns. So it will be difficult to solve simultaneously, not impossible, but lengthy. So I will switch from here to the method of comparing the coefficient. That was done just to explain to you why that is not the best method. So this was our identity after taking LCM. So now for comparing the coefficient, what do? We expand the bracket. So I have expanded the bracket on the right hand side. You can see I have used 3 different colors so that I can tell you when I expand this, I got this. When I expand this, I got this, and so on. After that, what will I do? Any idea? After that, I will just rearrange. What do I mean by rearrange? This side I have x cube, term of x, and constant. So I will rearrange right hand side also. Now when I rearrange it, what happened? Let's see. Okay. X cube was only one term I have written here. Fine. But x square had 2 terms. So I have factorized here. B and C will be act as a coefficient. So I have factorized. Then there are 2 terms with x power 1. This one and this one, dx, last one. I factorized, I got 2a plus d. And the last 2b, which is without x, is left here, which will be called a constant. Now if you see left hand side, you have x cube here. So x cube term will be compared with x cube. So I got 3 equals to a. Then if I see on the right hand side, I have x square term. But there is no x square term. What does it mean? It means b plus c is equals to 0. Right? B plus c equals to 0. I have written in blue. Then if I see the coefficient of x power 1 is 6. What about here? 2a plus d. Coefficient of x power 1. So I have written 2a plus d equals to 6 because I am comparing the coefficients. Okay. Now what is the meaning of constant term? It means x power 0. So when I compare it, I got minus 8 equals to 2b. So now I have all the equations here. A I found, B I found. Now it is very easy to find out D. I just need to plug in here the value. Just a minute, let me pick up the pen. I will just substitute the value of 3 here, right? And here I can write B equals to minus C. And I have the value of C here equals to 4. How did I get it? Because B was minus 4, I plugged in here. Okay, so now I got the values here. Then you can plug in the value of A and you will get D. After getting all these values, now you have to rewrite the partial fraction here. This was our partial fraction. and these are the values we have gotten. So I will substitute these values here, which will give me the perfect form of the partial fraction. So the first part of the question is done like this. The second part of the question was saying integrate it with the limits 1 to 2. The question is saying integrate f of x, and my f of x was in this form now. Earlier it was in a single partial fraction form, right? Single algebraic fraction, sorry. So now I have changed it into partial fractions. So I will integrate all of this, which is actually here. This is the meaning of the question. And the important thing is I have to bring it into this form. This is very important. So now, this is the question. And in place of f of x, I have written partial fraction here in the brackets. You can see that. So now, to integrate it, there are 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. But you need to recall a concept here. Now which concept? I told you earlier. The concept is, if you have an algebraic fraction, right? Algebraic fraction, you understand. These forms are called algebraic fraction. If your numerator is the differentiation of the denominator, I'm repeating, if your numerator is the differentiation of the denominator, then you can say the integration of this algebraic fraction is equals to ln of the denominator will come here. Now these words which I'm using seems very difficult to students, so let me explain it to you before showing you how to solve it. For example, if I say 2 divided by 2x, right? If I differentiate my denominator, my answer will be what? 2. It is present here. It means the integration of this algebraic fraction will be ln of the denominator. Let me explain one more, because still if you are not getting it, otherwise you will find difficulty in differentiating this algebraic fraction. So you need to understand this concept very well. For example, I take here x square, right? And here I have 2x. The differentiation of the denominator is present in the numerator. The differentiation of the denominator is present in the numerator. It means the integration of this function will be ln and denominator. Sorry, I want to write here x square. Right. So this is the concept I'm going to apply now. And this is usually applied, mostly applied in integration when partial fraction is involved. So now I am separating my 3 terms. The 3 terms which are given here, I'm separating them. You can see here I have separated. 3 separate, 4 over x separate, 4x divided by x square plus 2 is separate. So now I will integrate one by one. Do you know what is the integration of 3 dx? I hope you remember, you have done P1 exam. So with 3, when nothing is written, it is x power 0. So it means when you will integrate, it will be what? 3. Right? What did I do here in the second term? Can you tell me what did I do? I have taken 4 out. And what is the reason? The reason is this formula. I noticed if I differentiate the denominator, answer will be 1. But in this case, numerator did not have 1. It had 4. So I said, okay, let's take it outside the integral sign. Because 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. No difference. So, but when 4 will go outside, then the differentiation of the denominator, which is 1, will be present here. So this will help me to change this into which form? ln x. Yes or no? It will help me to change it into ln x, the form I explained to you. Let's see the third term. In the third term, the differentiation of the denominator is what? 2x. which is present here. But earlier it was not present here. So what happened? Can you tell me what happened? Just a minute, let me delete this. Yes, what happened? How come 4x become 2x? If you notice, 4 is equals to 2 times 2, and I have taken this 2 outside. Why did I take it outside? So that in the numerator I can have 2x. And why I am looking for 2x? What is the reason? The only reason is that the differentiation of the denominator should be 2x, and it is now present here. So the integration of this will be ln x square plus 2. This is what we have learned here now, that we take here fx from the denominator. So my denominator is x square plus 2 here. Now I have simple form of integration, and I have to apply limits, upper limit minus lower limit. So my upper limit is 2, lower limit is 1. Here I have already applied. You see, 3 times 2 is, and minus 3 times 1. So I have done it here. So now after applying the limit, this will become ln 2 minus ln 1. This will become ln 2 2s are 4 plus 1 6 minus lower limit x square is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is how I am getting limits. Okay. Now after that I have to simplify it. Why? The form which is given to me in the question is this form. I have to bring the question, the solution into this form, 3 minus ln 4. This is my target. So once I have it here, let me simplify it further. You know ln 1 is equals to 0. You know that, right? So now it will be 3 minus 4 ln 2. This is 0, so it will disappear. Plus 2 bracket. What did I do here? I applied the quotient rule, right? Applying the quotient rule of log. Yes. So 3 2s are 6. So I got 2 ln 2. After that, 4 ln 2 and 2 ln 2. So ln 2 is common. It means minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. But question said ln 4. So I will apply here what? Power law. I will take this 2 up. You know, na? So now it will become 3 minus ln 4. So this is how I will prove. So very important thing, how to bring it into the required form. I hope you would have understood. Otherwise you can write comments and ask me to explain any step which is not clear. Now I am showing you 2 questions, and you will solve those 2 questions. You can put the video on pause and try to solve those questions. Once you are done, then you can let the video, you can watch the video, and then you will see the solution there. So the questions are, by the way, the question which I have just solved, I have kept the original marking scheme here. I just wanted to show you how marks are allocated so that you are careful in writing your steps. So when you get, M1 mean method or B mean, it's like the point which you just see something and answer it. It does not need any formula or anything, because we were comparing the coefficient. And where it is saying A, it means it is accuracy. So this is how for each step you have given the marks. So writing all these steps is very important. You don't know at which step marks are being given. So write down all the important steps. Okay, so now these are the 2 questions which you will solve. And like I took almost 15 minutes to explain this example, you will also take time to solve this question. After that, in my second video, link you may find in the description, I will show you the solved solution. But here I am showing you just the solution of these 2 questions. Or that also I will show in the next video. That is better. So that you do not see the solution and you try to solve it first. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Any question you can ask. Take care. Allah Hafiz.